Hey guys, Chow Duke here, and the Oscars are in, so let's go ahead and discuss like some of the Oscar nominations. There's a lot of controversy regarding certain movies that weren't nominated, but we'll get to that later. Right now, I'm gonna go over the things that are nominated, possibly what will win versus what I think, in my opinion, what's gonna win. I mean, that's usually how I play the little Oscars game. I'll go like, oh, this is gonna win. So let's see. So for Best Picture, we have Call Me by Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, The Shape of Water, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. What I think is probably going to win this category or nomination, whatever you want to call it, it's a toss up between The Shape of Water, Darkest Hour, and Three Billboards in Outside Ebbing, Missouri. That's just my opinion. I've seen Shape of Water. I missed out on seeing Darkest Hour, but I do have a screener for it. And I've heard good things about Three Billboards as far as like reviews and all that other stuff. What I want to win, of course, is The Shape of Water because that movie is just hands down very amazing, and I think it'll be a well-deserved win for Guillermo del Toro. So moving on to Best Actor. Sorry if I botched some of these names. I'm not really good with pronouncing like names and all that other stuff. We have Timothée Chalamet for Call Me by Your Name, Daniel Day-Lewis from Phantom Thread, Daniel Kaluuya from Get Out, Gary Oldman from Darkest Hour, and Denzel Washington from Roman J. Israel Esquire. Now, who I think the toss-up between this one will probably be Gary Oldman, Daniel Day-Lewis, and probably Denzel. Who I expect to win this is honestly Gary Oldman. From what I've heard about the makeup artists who work on this, and we'll get down to the makeup categories in a second, he wouldn't do rehearsals without being in the makeup for the character of Winston Churchill. I think that's a credit to how much he actually wanted to do this and how much acting and his acting ability. So, and of course, to the makeup artists who were doing it, it gave them more time as well. But I believe that Gary Oldman is, in my opinion, gonna win the Oscar for Best Actor. Now we have Best Actress. We have Sally Hawkins for The Shape of Water, Frances McDormand for Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Margot Robbie for I, Tonya, Saoirse Ronan for Lady Bird, and Meryl Streep for The Post. Who I think is in the running for this, if I had to choose, I guess 3 out of the 5 would be Margot Robbie for I, Tonya, Sally Hawkins definitely for Shape of Water. That's like a given. And I would say Frances McDormand for Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Who I would want to win is definitely Sally Hawkins for The Shape of Water. It's maybe a little bit biased because I've seen Shape of Water and I haven't gotten the chance to see all the other ones. I'm just going based off what I've heard from people who work in the industry and what they said about certain movies and all that other stuff. I have quite a few connections there. But the Sally Hawkins performance in Shape of Water is just amazing. With the whole sign language thing, and it was just really a credit to her acting ability. I'll probably do like a little updated Oscar watch when I get a chance to watch, I guess, most of the rest of the movies. So let's go to Best Director. We have Christopher Nolan for Dunkirk, Jordan Peele for Get Out, Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird, Paul Thomas Anderson for Phantom Thread, and Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water. As far as Best Director, if I had to choose 3 out of the 5, definitely Guillermo, definitely Nolan, and possibly Jordan Peele for Get Out. Now, who I want to win is obviously Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water. I mean, that's just going to be a given for most of the categories. So, Best Supporting Actress, you have Mary J. Blige for Mudbound, Allison Janney for I, Tonya, Leslie Mandeville for Phantom Thread, Laureen Metcalf for Lady Bird, and Octavia Spencer for Shape of Water. I think out of the 5 here, the 3 that I could see possibly winning are Mary J. Blige, Leslie Mandeville, and definitely Octavia Spencer, who I want to win. Octavia is my girl. Or I could see, Mary J. Blige winning as well. So it's between those 2, I can say. I also said Leslie Mandeville because some of the stuff that I've seen from Phantom Thread, it looks actually really good. I'm gonna have to check it out. But yeah, out of the 3, it'll be Mudbound, Phantom Thread, and Shape of Water. Who I want to actually win Best Supporting Actress would be Octavia Spencer, and the second would be Mary J. Blige. And that's not because I'm black. That's not even the case. Alright, Best Supporting Actor, we have William Dafoe for The Florida Project, Woody Harrelson for 3 Boards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Richard Jenkins for The Shape of Water, Christopher Plummer for All the Money in the World, and Sam Rockwell for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Oh, so they have 2. So, out of the 3, it's definitely going to be Woody Harrelson, Sam Rockwell, and Richard Jenkins for The Shape of Water. Who I actually want to win would, anything that's probably going to say Shape of Water, unless I see something else, it's probably a shoe-in. Like, if y'all haven't seen Shape of Water, it's really good. I implore you to go see it. Sorry if this is a bit biased, but this is just my opinion, so, whatever. Alright. Adapted Screenplay. We have Call Me By Your Name by James Ivory, The Disaster Artist, Scott Dowster, and Michael H. Weber. We have Logan by Scott Frank, James McDonald, and Michael Green. Molly's Game, Aaron Sorkin, and Mudbound, Virgil Williams, and Dee Reese. Now, for this one, for adapted screenplay, the 3 I can see are Mudbound, Logan, and The Disaster Artist. Who I want to win is definitely Logan. We've been with Wolverine for so long, and, that movie, I actually did cry a little bit. So, I definitely think Logan should win adapted screenplay. Now we have original screenplay. We have The Big Sick by Emily Von Gordon and Kumail Nanjiani. Get Out by Jordan Peele. Lady Bird, Greta Gerwig, The Shape of Water, Guillermo del Toro, and Vanessa Taylor. 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Martin McDonald. The 3 that stick out to me the most for this one are Get Out, The Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards. I have 2 who I want to win this. I would either, number 1, Guillermo and Vanessa, and Jordan Peele for, Get Out. So that's going to be my opinions on those. For production design, we have Beauty and the Beast, Blade Runner 2049, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, and The Shape of Water. The three here I could see for production design are Dunkirk, Darkest Hour, and The Shape of Water. I say those three, and I do include Shape of Water in this, not just because I love Shape of Water. This one is totally based on these three art, because the Academy likes period pieces. For some reason, they just do really well with like the Oscars. As you can clearly go through all the nominations and all this for all the movies that are nominated. Most of them are period pieces. That's just how it's kind of always been. There has been some surprises, but who I want to win Best Production Design, you know, I'm going to leave it up to Shape of Water and Darkest Hour for production design. We're going to get into some other stuff for production design after we go through the rest. So we have cinematography, we have Blade Runner, The Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Mudbound, and The Shape of Water. The three I think are a shoe-in are the three that I said earlier, which were Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, and The Shape of Water. Once again, it's mostly because those are period pieces. I could also see Mudbound in there as well, but if I had to choose three, it would be those ones, and I would want Shape of Water to win. Now, costume design. You have Beauty and the Beast, Darkest Hour, Phantom Thread, Shape of Water, and Victoria and Abdul. If I had to choose a three, it would be The Darkest Hour, Shape of Water, and Victoria and Abdul. Once again, period pieces, and Shape of Water has the amazing, the amazing creature played by Doug Jones, and, your suit is, created by Mike Hill and, his crew and all that other stuff. It's just really, really well done. We'll get into hair and makeup in a second, but, I would definitely want Shape of Water to definitely to win costume design just because of, the aqua creature, Sound editing. You have Baby Driver, Blade Runner 2049, Dunkirk, The Shape of Water, and Star Wars The Last Jedi. Now, for this one, the three I could see are possibly Dunkirk, Shape of Water, and The Last Jedi. Now, as much as I like Shape of Water, as far as sound editing, I would kind of want Star Wars to win that one. I just think it had a better sound editing quality than Shape of Water, but Shape of Water, of course, is a close second, Now, sound mixing, you have the exact same nominees: Baby Driver, Blade Runner, Dunkirk, The Shape of Water, and Star Wars The Last Jedi. I have no idea. I don't know what the difference between sound editing and sound mixing is. But, same thing here. It's going to be either Dunkirk, Shape, or Star Wars The Last Jedi. Who I want to win this one. It's a toss-up between Shape and, Star Wars. Now, animated short film, you have Dear Basketball, Garden Party, Lou, Negative Space, and Revolting Rhymes. I haven't seen any of these or heard of any of them. I guess if I had to go off of titles, I will have to find these later and probably do an update video on these ones. Probably Revolting Rhymes, Garden Party, and Dear Basketball. And maybe Dear Basketball for the win. I'll probably know more once I actually see some stuff about them. The same thing goes for the live action short films. You have The Caleb Elementary, The 11 O'Clock, My Nephew Emmett, The Silent Child, and Watu wrote - All of Us. Um, I guess, access what I said about animated short film and live action short films. I haven't seen any of these to make a good example of what I would choose, so gonna have to kind of skip those for now. Sorry, guys. I can't watch everything. So original score, you have Dunkirk, Phantom Thread, The Shape of Water, Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and Three Boards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. If I had to choose three, for this one, it would be Dunkirk, Phantom Thread, and Shape of Water. As far as winning, if I had to choose, try not to be biased with Shape of Water, but possibly Dunkirk for this one. I love Shape of Water, don't get me wrong, but the billions of versions of You Never Know was kind of like excessive. So, moving on, visual effects. You have Blade Runner 2049, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Kong Skull Island, Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and War for the Planet of the Apes. The three I can see winning in this are definitely War for the Planet of the Apes, Kong Skull Island, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. If I had to say who would win, it's probably going to be War for the Planet of the Apes. If they don't win, it's going to be Kong Skull Island. Now, moving on to that, you have film editing. You have Baby Driver, Dunkirk, Tonya, The Shape of Water, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. I'm going to start calling that Three Billboards from now on. The three is also going to be Shape of Water, Dunkirk, and I believe Three Billboards. As far as editing goes, I would say Shape of Water for that one. So, moving on. So, makeup and hairstyling. Now, for makeup and hairstyling, you have The Darkest Hour, and the makeup artist for The Darkest Hour is going to be Kazu Hitsushiro. Give me one quick second. Sorry. I had this prepared and now it's like gone. So, 1 second. So, anyway, makeup and hairstyling, you have, really, I had to, sorry guys, I'm still new to this, so, just bear with me. Okay, here we go. So makeup and hairstyling, you have The Darkest Hour, which that is Kazuhiro Tsuji, David Malowski, and Lucy Sibik. And then you have Wonder, Arjun Twinton. Sorry if I botched the name. I do kind of know some of these guys. Sorry. And for Victoria and Abdul, you have Daniel Phillips and Louia Shepard. Shepard. Yeah. So you have those things. Now, for this one, since there's only the three, who I can actually see winning this and who I actually want to win is The Darkest Hour. Just because of what I said earlier about, everything is great in these categories. It's definitely well deserved, but the one I can see the most is The Darkest Hour. Gary Oldman and the Winston Churchill makeup by, Kazu, David, and Lucy. I can definitely see that winning. Best foreign language film, I haven't seen any of these, but the nominees are Fantastic Woman, Cecile, Shield, The Insult, Lebanon. Oh, these are the actual places. Whoops. Okay. The Insult, Lebanon, Loveless, Russia, On the Body and Soul, Hungary, and The Square, Sweden. I don't know enough about those to make an actual decision. Best documentary on a short subject, you have Edith and Eddie, Heaven is a Traffic Jam on the 405, Heroin, Knife Skills, and Traffic Stop. Like I said, I don't know enough about these ones to make a good guess or decision about that. Best documentary feature, Abacus, Small Enough to Jail, Faces Places, Icarus, Last Man in Apocalypto, and Strong Island. Don't have quite the, stuff to make a good decision on that. So original song, we have Mighty River, Mudbound, Mystery of Love, Call Me By Your Name, Remember Me, Coco, Stand Up For Something, Marshall, This Is Me, The Greatest Showman. If I had to choose a three, it'd be Mighty River, Remember Me, and This Is Me for The Greatest Showman. If I had to choose who I really want to win, it'll definitely be Remember Me by Coco. If you guys have not seen Coco, it is a great picture, great Disney picture. And that brings us to actually the transition to Best Animated Feature Film, and this will be, I guess, the last category for the Oscars. You have The Boss Baby, The Breadwinner, Coco, Ferdinand, and Loving Vincent. If I had to choose the three who were actually in the running, in my opinion, it would be The Breadwinner, Coco, and Ferdinand. Who I really want to win, and who I think will probably win, and this is not biased at all, is gonna be Coco for sure. The way that Disney handled Coco was very well. It was very well done. No hate on the others. Ferdinand and the Boss Baby. No hate on them, but it's honestly this is a clean sweep for Coco. I don't think there was really anything that could really hold up to the same standards that Coco has. So that's just my opinion, and that's gonna be it for the Oscars, guys. It's just my opinion on certain things that were going on with the Oscars and all that other stuff. So let me know your thoughts about what's your opinions on who should be on who should have been nominated for the Oscar ballot and all that other stuff. Actually, before we end the video, always discuss that other problem in another video later on in the week once I get more information and some other news about that. But those are my predictions for the Oscars on who's gonna win and who is in the running to actually win. So let me know your thoughts, down below, what you guys think of, the Oscars and who was nominated and all that other stuff. And with that, guys, this is Chow signing off. We'll see you guys in the next video. Have a nice day. Take care.